watching IntoWineTV, and we're here today at Incanto restaurant in San Francisco, tasting Italian island wines. Today we have the 2006 Feudi della Medusa Albithia Vermentino, and this retails for $25, and it's from Sardinia. What do you think?
It smells good. Actually, Vermentino has a very sort of distinctive nose. It's very sort of pungent, very animally, farmyardy, barnyardy. I like that.
Yeah, I think for me that you can have that grassy style or that kind of animal style, or and pungent or really nice kind of citrus slash oily texture to it. And I think this for me is more of that kind of denser, oily texture on the wine. There's a real kind of a density, savory character to this wine.
Probably caused a little bit by the alcohol level. It's quite high. It's 14% alcohol. I like it. I think it's a delicious.
I like it. I like it too. They're doing Vermentino that's very much like the style in a little area called Bulgari. It really doesn't hit me as an island wine, and that's what's interesting to me. Mostly from Vermentino from Sardinia anyway, tend to get a little bit of a saline note, maybe a little bit less weight and oiliness on the palate, and I tend to get a little more aromatics from that. But this is it's well made, no doubt. It doesn't seem real typical for me, but it's definitely a Vermentino of quality. There's a lot of weight there, a lot of texture on the palate.
I've alluded to this in the past that when you taste a lot of wine, you put your nose in this and you can just tell right away it's a serious wine. Yeah. It's clean, it's well made, it seems balanced on the nose, but even then it really speaks of not necessarily typicity, but there's a sense of place in that you really get a strong mineral character. That's, you know, as an idea as to what's behind the door, so to speak. Yeah. And I think that the wine really delivers.
It's got a really nice color. It's very beautiful, sort of limey color, and the packaging's good too.
And how do you feel about the price point at $20? Does that seem reasonable?
No, I think this wine is a good sort of. It could be anywhere from $14 to $20 would be a good price point for it. I don't think it should be over $20, but $20 is not unreasonable.
I think the one question I have for the panel, and I'm always interested to know, or ask the question with from like-minded people, is that it says 14% in the information as far as the alcohol content goes. Seems a little bit higher to me. Do you find that it gets a little bit stressful on the palate at some point? Because for me, I don't know exactly how much of this I could drink. I could probably do a glass, and I think at some point I would require some food to go with it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's a serious wine that probably, it's more on the savory end that requires, would probably show its best with some food, but it's a brooding style wine. It's not easy for sure. I mean, I think that using a co-roti example, this would certainly be more Côte de Brune than Côte de Blanc. I mean, I think it's a serious style of Vermentino, and it almost drinks like there's a slight kind of fennel licorice character that's heightened by maybe the level of alcohol a wine like this for me, I wouldn't think of it as a aperitif cocktail wine. This is a wine, for my purposes as a wine director, I would want to pair this with a dish. I mean, a wine like this I would want to highlight with some food rather than just kind of starting off with maybe another simple style of Vermentino and whatnot. I like it.
So different from many other Vermentinos, we definitely want to pair the Feudi della Medusa Albithia with some food. But overall, everyone seems to enjoy it, and we hope you do too. Give this one a try, as well as some of the others featured on IntoWineTV, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks.